No, this was very. This was very helpful. I guess any other observations, I guess, before that you would suggest we think about.
Yeah, I mean, I think that again, I don't know where are you coming from with this call? Are you looking to invest in a company that creates consumables? Where are you coming from?
We're just trying to, so this is really to understand the relative strengths and weaknesses of different companies in their products and their commercial model, right?
Okay. All right. So then in that respect, I think my focus may not be for you. My suggestion is if you can gather more information about cost, right? Like, so if you look at their balance sheet and see what they're talking about on their calls and, do they have that wiggle room? I think that hopefully the message that I've relayed is that, form and function is equivalent, and margins are really differentiators here where, if they can lower costs for somebody, let's face it, we're getting so many cuts in our reimbursements, whether it's at the surgery center, office, or hospital, in our professional fees, so many cuts. And anything we can do to improve our bottom line, we're going to do that, right? So,
yeah, no, absolutely. Makes sense. Actually, I did have one question in that regard. I know you started the discussion there, right, on the side of care. In the office setting, is it just a professional fee? There's not a technical fee that you charge? I mean, doctor, you said a $2,000 procedure could be $600 in the office. Is that, there's not a, like in the like in the hospital, right, there would be like for a Medicare patient, there would be a Part A and a Part B bill, right? One that the hospital's technical fee, the anesthesiologist, the OR, et cetera. And then there's the, your fee, right, in the hospital. That would be in the, is it similar on the ASC side and different on the office setting, or how is the mechanics of reimbursement across those?
It's always professional and facility. The only place in GI where a technical fee comes into play is with pathology. And that's where a slide, if you take a biopsy, a slide is created by a tech. That's the TC portion, the technical component. The PC component in pathology is the professional component. That's when the actual physician pathologist will read that slide. So
got it.
But that's the only area.
Right. So the professional fee and the facility fee apply in a hospital and an ASC, right? But does the facility fee apply in an office-based procedure or not?
Not at all, and that's why your professional fee is about 1.5 times what it would be at a hospital or surgery center, because that's the only reimbursement that payer is going to give you. So the professional fee is 50% higher, but there is no facility fee. Therefore, for the payer, it's a lot cheaper. Correct.
Yeah, and then what about the difference between an ASC and a hospital? Is the professional fee any different?
It'll generally be the same, within $10 or $20, but the facility fee can be significantly different for the insurer.
Okay, so the facility fee for an ASC will be much lower then.
Right, and hospitals and hospitals tend to have greater flexibility in purchasing than a surgery center. So with higher facility fees comes the waste, right? So they'll buy stuff perhaps that they don't necessarily need because they're consumed more often.
Oh, sorry, what you mean that they buy more things that they may not need? You're saying
you may have things You may have things sitting on the shelf that are never used, but they'll just buy them. And likewise, physicians that go into the hospital may open 3 snares to take out a simple polyp, or they might use 2 sphincterotomes to remove a gallstone.
Okay, so even the consumption, the volume use may be higher, right? Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So there's more waste basically in the hospital. Whereas if you're in an ASC, it's your own. What about, there's a lot of hospital-owned ASCs now these days. Is that operate more like a surgeon, or a physician-owned ASC, or it operates like a hospital OR?
Believe it or not, the operating fundamentals don't change when a hospital purchases, 51% of a physician's surgery center. An AmSurge, it's the same thing. All they do is they give you pricing power. You may get audited after a couple of years and say, hey, do you still need to order, 200 of these? But in general, they're more hands-off. And that's because they're doing their diligence beforehand. They're looking at the balance sheets before they make the purchase. So they're theoretically okay with it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too.
Yep.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.